Hey guys,
Hello,
it's Nikita
and Donovan
from
Harris.
Real Talk, and today we're just going to talk about how we met.
Yes, good.
We were both in a play, and it's called Haunting Secret. He actually played my abusive father.
Yes, I did.
What I remember is the first day of rehearsal. You came in with your, what was it, like a red
I
Adidas
think it was a red tracksuit.
tracksuits,
Adidas tracksuit.
and we were the first people to arrive. We were both early. And what would you say is?
When I came in, I saw this little lady.
Don't lie.
No, I saw this little lady sitting at the table. She, of course, like I said, she said we were the first ones there, and I was like, oh, because the director already told me what things she has done already, and I said, okay, yeah. So when I saw her, I was like, oh man, she was just all real quiet at the table and humble all to herself, and eventually I sat down and we started conversing, and we dialogued back and forth, and yeah, it was good, man.
So we were both talking to people
Yes.
at the time when we met.
Yes. Yeah.
Not like in a committed relationship, just like dating.
Yeah.
And throughout the process of the piece, we did two productions of it. So that allowed us to really get to know each other. And I think it was good for our relationship because
Very
we
good.
were friends first.
Yes.
And there were a bunch of different situations where he like came to the rescue. There's one time where in my mom's house there was this kind of flood from the laundry machine doing something on the second floor, and so our insurance put us at Residence Inn for like a whole month. It was crazy, and I had to go to the doctor for some diabetes related something. I don't know if it was like super high sugar or something.
She couldn't drive.
So I couldn't drive, and my mom couldn't drive because she was sick, and she actually said, "Why don't you call Donovan?"
Yeah. So she called me, and I remember her voice was real weak. She said, "Can you take me to the doctor?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, sure, sure."
What was
So
our first date?
our first date was at Louisiana. Was one of our first dates. But then
Louisiana.
no, not Louisiana. It was Lucille's.
Yes.
Was Valentine's. Was one of our first like actual date.
Because he had the slow Mac, and it took for him forever to ask me out.
So tell that story about the outfit with the clothes.
Oh, so one time he called me, and it was obvious that he wanted to ask me out, but he was just taking forever on the phone. Like, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. What are you going to do today? And so I finally was like, well, I have to get some stuff for my mom for, I don't remember if it was a birthday or something. I had to get a gift for my mom. I was like, you want to come with me to the mall or take me to the mall? I have to get something for my mom.
Yeah, because the slow Mac fellas prepares you for rejection. So if if the person is not really into you, you can got to get a feel early on, and you don't have to worry about being rejected. Because I never like being rejected, so that's why I kind of had the slow Mac. Like, okay, let me see how this is going to persist and how it's going to turn out.
So he came with me to the mall, and that was fun. So we were always had this friends vibe going on.
Yeah.
And when was it? Maybe like 2 years into our friendship, we had been on a couple of kind of dates, and he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Yes.
February 27th, however many years ago.
Mhm.
And so we started having our like boyfriend girlfriend anniversaries on February 27th.
I brought her some products when she was in the hospital one time, and it was some hair products and some body wash, and just seeing the reaction on her face, and the whole time her being in the hospital just made me realize, man, this is a woman that I could be with. She was with me when I was going through times in the play that was really rough for me. She was there 100%, and I was like, man, this woman is 100. So, and then uh, she had a spiritual backing, God-fearing woman, mighty woman of valor. I saw that early on from the get-go. So that was just a game changer for me, right? This woman needed somebody in her life that was going to be with her 100%, and just really back her in the things that she's facing with diabetes and just overall. So that just me was like, to me, spoke to me really.
That was kind of the same moment when I
Yeah.
already loved him, but that moment when I was in the hospital was, I think it was during the time when I was diagnosed with gastroparesis, which
Yeah.
is nerve damage in my stomach. And I was in there for like 2 weeks or something because they were still trying to like do tests and figuring out what was wrong and why I was like vomiting up acid and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a week in, and he was coming every day after work to see me. That right there, I was just like, oh my God, yeah, Donovan's coming to see me again.
Yeah.
He brought, I told him that I felt like I had strength enough to like get up and take a shower in the restroom that was in my room, and he brought all my little hair supplies for my curly girls.
Know
And
your
he,
woman's hair.
and he helped me wash my hair,
Yeah.
and I knew then that I wanted that to be my husband. Everything leading up to that point was a plus, and everything was being revealed to me that this is what I asked God for. And then that moment was like a culmination in my mind, that this one's a keeper. And in previous relationships, I was in my mind being trying to control situations, and so this was the first situation where I wasn't in control, and I did give it up to God, and He was kind of making things happen.
Okay. So I knew when I was going to propose, maybe 2 years or so in after we started, or we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I knew for one, I didn't want to lead her on. I knew that this is a woman already after the 2 years, really after a year. You're going to spend the rest of that life. After 2 years, you're going to spend the rest of your life with that person. I knew that for sure. So I wasn't beating around the bush. I was able to actually, Mama Teddy connected me with one of her friends who's a jeweler, and I was able to get in contact with this guy, and we was able to come up with something custom. And he worked with me on everything that I needed to do. He did exactly what I wanted. So yeah, man, it was a blessing, and that's when I knew. I just didn't want to string her along, man. I mean, that she was the one for me. So it wasn't any second guessing it. Just go ahead and make it happen. However you needed to make it happen, that's what I did. That I had to do to go get the ring was in a certain environment where this jeweler was located, which is not no joke. So it's like I continued, did my little thing, got my ring, and then from there, everything led on up to where I proposed at what was the Bridges? Was it
Natural Bridges.
Yes.
So as you can see, I knew that he was acting kind of weird leading up to going to the beach, but I was like busy taking pictures and turned around and he was on his knee.
On my knee on that rock.
And in the beginning of it, he had a little tear coming. I was totally shocked, and kind of that took all the almost expression away because I was just so shocked. And then by the time we started walking and I had the ring on my hand, that's when I had like the ugly cry. Like, yeah.
What I've learned within these 5 years, I've learned to listen to my wife more. I learned to listen to the things that she's really asking underneath the things that she's asking. I've learned to appreciate her more each and every day, man, day by day, because tomorrow's not promised to us, as we all know. But also I learned to, when she asks me something, or when she's showing me something, I've learned to take it into consideration and not just brush it over, because I want her to know that I am listening. And I'm not just listening. You should say I'm listening, but that I am taking direction and I'm listening, because she has a lot to say, man. So it's basically about...
What that lot to say me?
She's a Scorpio. So let me tell you, Scorpios are on point. No, but I love her, man. Like I said, she's just this thing she's brought out of me has helped me be a better man over the years, man. Helped me step up to the plate 100%. For our family, man, and for ourselves, of course, and just for others to see as that light. So
I would say that he definitely is everything that I asked God for, in terms of a communicator, in terms of a God-fearing man, in terms of a comforter and a protector. I feel 100% protected in his arms.
yes,
And I'm excited for
yes,
what we will continue to grow and develop into, and the empire that we will create and build. We have our little fur baby Teddy,
Yes.
who's taking on the namesake of Mama Teddy,
Yes.
who's fabulous, and
Yes.
hopefully we'll add a real baby along with it.
Yes. Oh yes.
Who
guys.
knows?
Yes. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. So we have a lot. Like, of course, like I said, we're still young in the game. We have a lot to learn. It's a lot that we want to learn. We both are pouring out our spirits each and every day.
Next month we'll be celebrating
5 years in the game.
5 years in the game.